Hi everyone. Right, as you can see, I've completed this one, although I might put a little gem along her sleeve. But this is just like a beanbag doll. If I lift the skirt up, I'm going to put a cover under here. I've used just some, they're like the bits you put in the bottom of a fish tank, and so that flattens out when she's stood up. And then I've put some wadding in. Cut the middle of a doily out, stitched around the inside edge, and then pulled it tight so it gathers as a skirt, like that, as you can see. I did put the body's really too big on this one, so I wouldn't do the body as big on the next one. It's too chubby. The around the neck is made out of a petal, and really I did 4 and it wasn't good enough, so I needed 5 petals, or even 6 will do. And you just sew them along the edge. I've hand cut mine. Sew them along the edge and you bring them in like that, and then you pop them on top when you've done the top of the body, like that. And then you have to do the face and do that. So I did the face first on this particular doll, and I just used a ball, and these are the ping pong balls. And because I've got this here, I just used my, you have to be careful with these, just use my tweezers to put it on. I painted the face, and I used flesh. See the difference in the colour? You can see it, yeah. Flesh for to cover the whole ball. And then I just used, like this was the light periwinkle for the eyes. I used, what's this one? This is the, I don't know what colour. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Rouge, a rouge for the base, for the lips. And then I just use white for the eyes, the acrylics, and then I use black as well to do all the trimmings. But that's how you do that. And the hair is just made up of this wool, which we're going to use that as well, I think, for the beard, because I'm going to make the male one. I'll show you that in a minute. Just use a little rosebud around the waist. Pipe cleaners in the arms. You just cut 2 strips of fabric, of felt, fold them in half, make sure you've glued in the arms. Felt hands, put them in between as well. The hair, you cover the top of the head first to get the fringe, and then you glue on the back, which are long strips. Just tie them in the middle, pop them on, and then you twist them until you put the hair up where you want it, and then I've popped on a little bow. And she perfectly, you know, stands perfectly well, and she won't fall over or anything like that. So that's that doll. Now, for the gnome, love him, absolutely love him. I've now added eyes, which I will share with you. This is just wool that I did in strips. It's that long tassely wool. But I'm going to use this one next time, like that. And we're going to make a Christmas one. And again, it's just, I covered, it's all by, let me just show you what I mean. It's these. Just little rocks. Little gravel. Bits of gravel. And in a sock, or in a pair of tights. And then you just tie it up, and then you make everything else to go with it. And that's it. That's all that is. So that is for sale, actually. It's in the shop at the moment. I'm going to put them both up. So I'm going to do the gnome today. And I'll do the doll another day, because it took quite a while to do and I've not got the time at the moment. So let's have a look. Just make sure my phone's turned down so I can't hear it. So, these are like pop socks. So I'm just going to cut a bit off, because this is what's going to hold all the gravel. Got the glue gun on, yes. Now I find it easier to pop the tights over the gravel. There you go, and that starts that off. Put that down there. I'm not going to do all of it gravel. Just enough to make it balance. And then we're going to use some wadding. Let's make sure we've got plenty. Pop that in. Keep topping it up. Do it as big as you want it. It's completely up to you. I'm going to make sure that we've got a decent size one. Now, I'm going to spread mine out a little bit like that, give them a bigger body. Now if you've got rubber bands, then you can tie the top off with rubber bands, but I don't have any left. I've just sent for some actually. So I'm just going to tie the top off, pull it and cut it. So we're going to have this as the front. Right, just take your sock. Make sure that this goes to the back. Like that. And I'm just going to take a little bit of wool. I'm going to double that. That's it. Take that, wrap it around the sock. Sorry. And then we need to cut that. So there we are. That's our Santa. But what we've got to do now is to make a felt hat. But what I did, I bought these. They were from the pound shop. You know, these hats. And I've taken this off, which has left me with that. So what I'm going to do is just to use this one, because it's already got the pom-pom on. So we're going to make this smaller, that's all. Turn that inside out, like that. And we're just going to cut it. You don't have to be, you know, too careful. Just throw that there. Now, what we're going to do is to glue this. We're not going to hand stitch it. We're going to glue it. So, that's it. So just let that dry off a little bit. And then we just need to turn that the right way. Like that. And now I'm going to put a little... I might actually just do it about that long. Just cut a couple of inches off. So I'm just going to get a little bit more wadding, because I do want it to be firmish. See? And I'm just going to poke that in there. Use a bit of a rod or something. Of course it doesn't want to go. I don't want it hanging in the top because that needs to hang low like that. I think that will do. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. Now what I'm going to do with this is just glue all of that in place. Fold it over like that. So you're making like a base. Fold that in. Like that. Take the body, make sure the heel is at the back. And we're going to glue all the way around this. Like that. Work out which way I want it. And then sit that on. Just prop that on there, like that. And we can play around with it in a minute. So just need putting on here. Like that. Now, I've got a cream beard that I'm going to pop on there. And all I've done is I've taken some wool in strands, tied it in the middle, and we're going to just pop on there, like that. And then we've got to do his nose. Well, his nose is simple. So, go back to the tights you cut off. Take a piece of the tights. I mean, you could do it a different colour nose, a pinkish one if you wanted to. I'm just using the tights. Take some wadding, and this nose, size of nose, will depend on what you're looking for. Okay, I'm just going to cut this because I have to gather it up properly. Right, just roll it around. Pop that in the middle. Take the edges. Like that. I think that's a decent sized nose for this one. So I'm going to double the thread. Pop that, oops. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it that way. Wrap that around really tight. Not that. Tightly. Like that. This is so simple to make. And it really is. Okay, take hold of the glue gun, lace the glue, do it enough to cover it, and then you take the nose, figure out which way you want it. I'm going to have mine like that, and pop that nose on and just hold it in place. I think that's fine. Now, I do want eyes on mine, and I have some doll's eyes. And I think I'm going to go... well, he's red, so we're going to have some reddish eyes, I think. Yeah. And they're just like these. Oh, my nails are filthy. I've been crafting all morning. Look, they're just like that. So, what I do is... take the eyes, lace them with glue. And we're just going to pop that in there. Okay, and we do the same with this side. Make sure they're in, looking the same. Oh, I've got glue on my fingers. I'll get that off after. There we are. Just put his eyes in. See? He's got an eye. Two. See, it's dried on the eye and I'm just going to scrape that off. There we go. Right, now, do you remember when I put all that wadding in the hat? What I'm going to do now is to shape the hats. And I want it to hang over the left. So I'm just going to 2 lines of glue and then fold that over like that. That's it. And there you go. What's my gnome? They're so quick and easy to do. And you can have them as fun. Like, see, I want to do that as well. I want to bend that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend that in as well. Just fold it in place like that. And wait for that to dry. And they're great fun, to be honest. They are really good fun to do. So all I'm going to do is measure how much I need. Because his hat, it'll go around there. I'm going to cut it down. So I'm just going to cut this in half. Like that. Take that end off. We only need 1 section of that. Right, just going to glue this here together. And then, sorry, that way. Come on, Fee, silly hole. I'm going to go like that. I should have done this before I put the eyes and the nose on, so I do apologise. So don't you make the mistake that I made. So we take that around the eye, around the back there. I'm just showing you. You know that you've got to do it yourself correctly. Oh, bloody glue, come on. Okay, so, like I said, there's no, you don't have to be too careful or anything with this sort of thing. And we can bring him round there and attach it at the back there. Let's make sure that's glued on. Tuck that in and we can glue that down here. There he is, that's better. Our little Santa one. Hope you like him. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now. So I've got that over, pinch that in. And then, if I want to, I can add some form of a embellishment to it. So, let me just see what I've got. Do you know what? I've got these. I like a Christmas leaf. So I might as well use them up. yeah, we'll put these Christmas tree leaves on. Kind of Christmassy. Oops. Just doing that. Put that on there. And then I think I have some beads of some sort. So we just want to pop the biggest one there. And that's a little bit small. Oh, probably the same, isn't it? Just put them there. And then that one in there like that. And hey ho, there's my Santa. And I think he's cute. See? Hope you can see him. But, you know, have a go. They're great fun to do. And you can use any wool that you've got. Like I say, we've given him some eyes. And I'm thrilled with that.